Hello, everybody. It's Kirsten. I wanted to come on today to talk about voiceover and audiobooks. Most of the planet has either bought or downloaded the audiobook. Thank you, Angel. My dog wants to participate. The audiobook Spare by Prince Harry. And I was actually going to do this live already, but this made me want to shift the order of the lives I'm doing and talk about audiobooks. So, when you're doing your book, when you are recording it, who should be reading it? And that's a tough question to have as an author because how do you want your voice represented? And as with most things, the answer is obviously it depends. But I would like to give you just some context for that because voiceover professionals, and I'm going to be interviewing a lot more of them for ongoing Mastery the podcast. Let me put the banner up here and talking with them. I obviously have a strong bias that I would like voiceover professionals to get work in the areas that they're especially talented in and that, they actually can create the full performance that is needed. That said, there are books by which the author really adds a lot of context with their voice. Richard Marx did a audiobook in which he tells stories of his famous songs, and then I would actually play the famous song after the end of each chapter to tie it back. And in listening to the song and in listening to the audiobook read by him in his voice, I was really taken to that experience and felt like I could share it with him. There's a fantastic instructor for DevOps called Tanya Janka, and she has a book on security that I downloaded, the audiobook, and it's fantastic. And it's read in her voice. And as an instructor, she's got a lovely cadence, she's got good delivery, and she is able to put in the warmth in the areas that she really is passionate about. And she's able to use her voice effectively. And obviously, Prince Harry did his own audiobook recording and is able to really use his voice effectively. So, as an author, when you're going through and doing the audiobook version, my question to you is, are you comfortable doing a dynamic performance? Because if you are, then definitely that should be in your voice. Like Tanya does an amazing job in her voice. Richard Marks, you're right there with him. However, I'm a big audiobook junkie and I have a lot of audiobooks that I have bought, and a few of them are by the author, and I wish they'd used a voice professional because I find it hard to get through because the dynamic performance is missing. And even though you really care about the material, you're reading it and you're kind of reading it rote. And it's now I'm going to read this sentence about, okay, this is what happened and the coach did this. And you become a little stiff. The problem with that is that the art of performance needs to be bigger in an audiobook context in a lot of ways. You may need to use your voice in more dynamic ways than you would in a normal setting. You might need to push to be more dramatic. Like I am more vocally dynamic on video than I am when I'm sitting talking to someone in person because the medium really calls for it and it needs you to be able to go and bring your voice up and bring your voice down and make it louder and make it softer and be able to do the things to really hit the influence points that you want and put the emotion in. So when you're thinking about doing audiobooks, please consider what the kind of performance is that you're able to give. If you are a subject matter expert and you've written an amazing book and performance isn't really your thing, please get a voiceover professional to do it, especially somebody who's really dynamic. You can have an AI read it, but it'll be read straight. If you want someone to put in the context and the influence and be able to really pull and push that emotional connection with the audience, you need a human being for that. If you're the author and you're able to do that, awesome. Please do, because it is a true joy. So I wanted to come on and just bring that up as a concept. I also would like to ask you to please just go ahead and connect with me on all the socials. There is a lot of information that I'll be sharing on all of the different socials, including bringing out a newsletter soon that's talking again about ongoing mastery, of presenting and speaking, which is our thing. That's my thing. That's what we do. So, anything that's helping you develop an ongoing mastery skill set in your presenting or speaking work is what we coach on. It's what we help with. It's also information we want to give freely. So, please come connect, come find us, and hopefully we will see you next time. And again, I'll just put out Ongoing Mastery, the podcast. Please check us out. Thank you so much. See everybody later. Bye.